House seat. No office in this land is more important than the principles that we are all sworn to protect. And I well understood the potential political consequences of abiding by my duty. Our republic relies upon the goodwill of all candidates for office to accept honorably the outcome of elections. And tonight, Harriet Hageman has received the most votes in this primary. She won. I called her to concede the race. This primary election is over, but now the real work begins.
Robert Gutsche is a senior lecturer at Lancaster University in the UK. He's also the author of the book, The Future of the Presidency, Journalism and Democracy After Trump. Hi, Robert. I told you last week you'd be back soon, and here you are. Thanks very much indeed. I just want to give you one line from the New York Times, and it's only a one-line description of Hageman. The Times says that she's an attorney who spent a career fighting environmental rules. What does this say about Donald Trump that Hageman has beaten Cheney?
Well, there's a couple things. One is certainly Donald Trump came into office wanting to lessen regulations on environment, so that certainly fits. But quite frankly, it could have been almost anybody against Liz Cheney if she had gone so strong against Donald Trump. And this speaks a lot to the amount of anger that still exists among large bits of the Republican Party, where anybody speaking against Donald Trump, even criticizing or questioning whether he won or lost the election, is going to be put as a mortal enemy. So it's not that these candidates don't have maybe things to stand on for their candidacy, but certainly it is about anybody could have gone up against Liz Cheney because she came so hard for Donald Trump in the last few months.
Yeah, exactly. So you hit the nail on the head there. It's almost as if Donald Trump is introducing some sort of omerta, the mafia's code of silence amongst Republicans in Congress. Mitt Romney, he's obviously senior enough to be able to feel confident to speak out against the former president. What will it do for debate inside Congress within the Republican Party that Trump is still pulling those strings?
Well, I think this is very complicated in the sense that the Democrats have tried to put together this January 6th committee that Liz Cheney was leading to look at what happened during those days when people were storming the Capitol. But also the speculation that Democrats have been working with the Justice Department to get FBI raids of Donald Trump's Mar-a-lago place in South Florida. These events, right? These hearings have created massive amounts of contestation, massive amounts of video, audio, testimony that are going to be used on both sides. Democrats and Republicans are going to use this in their candidacies to take control of Congress. That's one thing. The other thing is that there's still these conspiracy theories and this rhetoric about the fact that Democrats would work with the Justice Department to get the FBI to raid Donald Trump. All of these things are wrapped up in what we used to talk about as post-truth, or what we sometimes talked about as fake news, and now it's just become mis and disinformation. But that in of itself has made a lot of these explanations for who should be able to sit on Capitol Hill for the people a lot more complicated.
Robert, what do you make of the argument, mostly from Republicans? There may be some Democrats who feel the same way, who think that possibly the Department of Justice shouldn't be conducting this criminal investigation into Donald Trump because of the possibility that it's going to create riots around the country.
Well, we do see in some parts of social media for conservatives that are used, Parler and other types of social media spaces like that. That people are, using this language of we're in a civil war, get prepared for the civil war, buy guns. So there are certainly large amounts of discourse going on that speak to aspects of violence. I don't know that that's really a reason for the Justice Department to not pursue if they think that there's something to pursue here. But the Justice Department's waited a really long time to give us any sense of where they're going, if anywhere, against Donald Trump, what he actually could be up against. We had a subpoena that people wanted to be released about FBI raids to try and get some sort of sense. We have Justice Department possibly going after Rudy Giuliani, who is his lawyer, also the former mayor of New York. There are lots of tentacles out there But as the January 6th hearing itself, those hearings that were in prime time for Americans to watch, sit in their living rooms, we still don't have an outcome. We still don't know what the outcome is. And it does seem that a lot of these decisions are going to be based around primary elections, the next campaign. The best thing Republicans could do for themselves at this point to get ahead of some of this is to actually come out with who is their candidate, who are the people that are going to be leading the Republican Party. And if they don't do that very clearly, it's going to be Donald Trump.
Robert Gutsche from Lancaster University. Thanks again, Robert.